Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is Syberia OS. Yeah, Syberia OS. I decided to try it out, see if it is something I could use as a daily driver. I started getting, I won't say bored of my MIUI. More like, I noticed that the MIUI 12 I had going on was kind of like taking my battery to something I don't understand. So I had to just try flash this one, see how this one is going to be like. Don't worry, I'm going to leave um, the files in the description, the ROM itself, the link to the ROM, the recovery you're going to use, and also the step-by-step method. Okay, it will be in the video also. It's going to be short, so all you have to do is please pause your screen and look at, or you can even write them down. It's same things I've always been doing. I put my phone in fast boot, I plug my phone, then I type in the words fast boot devices to check and see if the fast boot phone is connected to the device. Then I check my slot. What slot is there? Fast boot get var, that's GETVAR space current underscore slot to bring out the slot. So if make sure, now this is a disclaimer, I feel like I have not emphasized it a lot in a lot of videos. Make sure that you are not on MIUI if you want to flash any custom ROM. Make sure that you are not converted. Do you understand? Make sure that you use the stock ROM. I'm going to leave a link in the description on how you can convert back to stock ROM from MIUI. I'm also going to leave another link in the description on how you can unlock your bootloader. Remember, if your bootloader is not unlocked, you will not be able to do anything. So like I said, the stuff is just going to be short. I'll put it there, so just pause it and you'll be able to do what you want to do. So yeah, this is pretty much it. The ROM so far has been kind of smooth, no issues whatsoever, and so far I've been liking it, I've been enjoying it, no issues. The settings, there are quite a lot of customizations here, especially when you go into Syberia settings. Okay, now before we go back there, so it's just the usual stuff. Do you understand? Like Wi-Fi, connected devices, display, wallpaper, battery, apps, security, about phone. It's the same thing as usual, like all other custom ROMs. Here and also here, home settings are where you have the actual things. You understand? And for once, you can take out the material use section that used to be here. Sorry. You can take out the material use section that used to be here. Let me show you. If you go to home settings, go to home screen. I think it is somewhere. Yeah, at a glance rather, not material use. If you notice, once it starts, at a glance, it's usually somewhere there. But you can take it off now. Go to home screen, scroll up a bit and turn off at a glance. It's always going to restart launcher. So there you are, good to go. So if you go back to settings, you can also, like you see, this is this icon pack I'm using is called Zwart, ZWART. You can find it on your Play Store. So I go to icons, icon pack, select Zwart. Do you understand? So that's pretty much it. You don't have much work to do. Like I said, here is where the actual settings are. Okay, you can customize things the way you want, but I don't really have more things going on. The only thing I probably did here was pick an animation for my fingerprints. I picked Aurora, and yeah, you have different fingerprint cursor lookalikes. You have Anya from, and Anya's mom. You even have Batman, Captain America, and stuff. So you even have Pokemon if you want, or Spider-Man if you're into that. So yeah, we don't have much things going on actually. Just the general stuff, and yeah, I don't need this. So it depends. This is where you actually have the major things here. The only thing I probably look at more is this parallel space and game space. So I don't really do much, but all the same, everything is the same. Oh, and the ROM is based on Android 13. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, Android 13. So can I still do this? Is it correct? Yeah, Android 13. So yeah, that's pretty much ROM. The ROM is actually, now first boot always takes a while. Okay, now one thing I have to let you guys know is this. Once you get to the section in the video where I have booted into the recovery, now we make sure you do this when you download the custom ROM and the recovery. Always make sure that you rename the custom ROM. You can just rename it as Syberia. Now, if your laptop does not have extensions enabled, what I mean by extension enabled is, let's say you put a zip file on your laptop and it does not show, let's say the name is Syberia, and it does not show Syberia.zip. Let me have to turn on my laptop. Hold on. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. Now, this is my Syberia ROM. Now, if yours doesn't show Syberia.zip, you don't have to worry. Okay, all you have to do is just type in, once it's time to sideload the ROM. Okay, all you have to do is just adb sideload, and you know what? Hold on. So now I'm going to open CMD here and show you what has to be done. Okay, I already done it already last night, so let me just show you what has to be done. Now, like I said, you have to make sure that your phone is unlocked. That's one. Two, you are probably coming from stock Android or any other custom ROM that is AOSP based. You understand? Always make sure that also that your phone is, your stock Android is Android 11. Make sure that it is not below that. Now, once it's time, once you've booted your phone into fast boot, you can then type in the following commands just to be sure that your fast boot is connected. If you type in fast boot devices, now when you hit enter, it should show list of devices somewhere here and then your device. Okay, once that has been done, if you want to check your slot, okay, you can just put fast boot get var, okay, current slot underscore slot. When you hit enter, now you'll probably see it as A or B. Now if yours is on A, you have to change it to B. If yours is on B, just leave it that way. Okay, now if yours is on A and you want to change to B, all you have to do is just type fastboot dash dash, okay, set dash, okay, active equal to B, and then you hit enter. Okay, once you hit enter, it will show here that boot has been set to be, okay, partition has been set to be, whatever has been set to be. Once that has been done, then you have to type fast boot. Oh, sorry, I wrote 5 there. Make sure it's fast boot, not 5. You have to type fast boot reboot bootloader. Okay, once that has been done, you hit enter, your phone is going to restart and come back to fast boot. Do you understand? So once you've done that, you're in fast boot already. Now it's time to flash the image. Okay, now you type fast boot flash boot, make sure there's a space, and then you come back to where you have the image. Mine is here. Okay, now let's assume mine is not showing this IMG extension. Let me turn mine off. For Windows 11 users, you click on view, you go to show, and you click on this file name extension thing, okay, to turn yours on. So as you can see now, I don't have zip here, I don't have IMG here, so I'm going to click on it. Okay, that's assuming yours does not have it. Okay, if yours has it, just copy the whole thing. If yours has the ZIP, use Ctrl A to copy the whole thing. I use M to write up the whole thing. Ctrl A to cover everything, and then use Ctrl C to copy it. Okay, now mine doesn't have it. Okay, so make sure there's space between the boot and where you want to place your file. Now hit right click and type .img. Okay, once you've done that, hit enter. Once you've hit enter, then type. Now this one is very, very important. You have to make sure that as soon as you hit enter, your hand, one finger is holding the volume up button so that it will boot into the image file you just flashed. Okay, so now you have fast boot reboot. Now you can do this before you hit enter. Make sure, like I said, one finger is holding, okay, one finger is holding the volume up button, okay, and then hit enter while your finger is still holding the volume up button. So the phone is going to reboot and then it's going to boot into this. Now, once you've booted into this, the first thing you have to do is hit factory reset and hit format data slash factory reset. You might see a second option saying something like format system partition. Do not do that. Click on this one alone. Once you've done that, you then come back and click on I think the first time you should see install update or something. It's usually between this reboot system and factory reset. Click on the second one, either install or apply update. When you click on it, you see apply from ADB. Okay, you click on apply from ADB, and then you then come here. Okay, and then you are going to write ADB sideload, and then you come here. Now, like I said, if yours does not have extension, that's the ZIP, make sure that you use Ctrl A to cover everything, and then use Ctrl C to copy. If yours has, say, .zip, use Ctrl A also to cover everything, and use Ctrl C to copy. Okay, make sure that you have renamed, because it's going to be very, very long. As you can see, some of mine here are renamed. Syberia is renamed, Afterlife is renamed, Lineage OS is renamed. Okay, so, and then you hit this. Okay, now if yours does not have this .zip, you can just type in .zip and then hit enter. It's going to take a while. It's going to be slow, so go and have a drink or something. Okay, but make sure you are close by. Make sure the screen doesn't go off. Once that's hit enter, you should see step 1 of 2, step 2 of 2 later on. Once step 2 of 2 is done, okay, you should get something like I think something around something error. Don't worry, as long as step 2 of 2 shows here, you are good to go. Then you now hit reboot system now. Okay, now as usual, first boot is going to take a very, very long time. So this is me while I was flashing it last night. As you can see, like I said, make sure you pause this place before you continue. So here you see step 1 of 2, which is exactly what we want. And here I'm done. If you look down, you see step 2 of 2. After that, I then hit reboot to reboot the system. So first, like I said, first boot is going to take a while. So I have my camera on here just to show that it actually worked. I guess this is like a 1-minute segment. I can't really remember, but yeah, if you look at it, first boot took a while, and then before long the screen went dark, and then you start seeing the icons start building up, and then gradually we have Syberia soon. So yes, this is the ROM. I did it last night. I wish I could have done it this morning so I could have recorded properly, but I was feeling sleepy and I just couldn't stand the battery drain, so I just had to just like get it out of my system as soon as possible. So yeah, that is practically it. So the files are going to be in the description. These are the files that I used. They're going to be in the description for you guys to download. You guys are actually going to enjoy this ROM, I can assure you. Okay, so that's practically it. That's practically it. The ROM is actually, at least I've been using this since last night. The ROM is practically good. Oh, and if you guys want me, if you want a Gcam for the Mi A3 along with the config file, I'm going to leave a link to the description, rather, so that you can download it and well, enjoy yourself. So yeah, that's practically it about the Syberia ROM. Please make sure you follow the steps accordingly. Do not skip any step. Do you understand? Have a nice day.